From a distance, it looks almost unnatural. Hundreds of massive ships, each carrying millions of dollars in cargo, are sitting completely still in open water. They're not broken, and they're not lost. They're waiting. And what looks like a simple delay is actually the point where global demand collides with physical reality. Because at the edge of every port, the speed of the global economy meets a hard limit. Most people assume ships are waiting because ports are busy, but that explanation is too simple. Ships don't wait because the system is slow. They wait because the system is overloaded, out of sync, and unable to absorb its own volume. Modern global trade is built on a principle known as just-in-time logistics. The idea is simple. Goods are not supposed to stop moving. A product leaves a factory, crosses the ocean, arrives at a port, and moves directly into warehouses or stores without sitting still. This minimizes storage, reduces cost, and keeps prices low. But in doing so, the system removes its safety margin. There is almost no buffer. So when something slows down, even slightly, there is nowhere for the excess to go. And that's when the ocean becomes storage. Ships are no longer just transporting goods, they become floating warehouses holding inventory that the system can no longer process. But delays don't happen one by one, they stack. A storm in the Pacific, a disruption at a canal, or congestion at another port can shift entire schedules. Instead of ships arriving in sequence, they begin arriving together. This is vessel bunching, and it changes everything. Because ports are not designed for surges, they are designed for rhythm. A steady flow can be managed, but a sudden wave cannot. When multiple ships arrive at once, cranes, labor, and dock space are instantly overwhelmed. And once capacity is exceeded, the backlog grows faster than it can be cleared. What looks like a delay turns into a queue. But the most important constraint is not at sea. It's on land. A port is not just where ships arrive, it's where cargo has to leave. Containers must move inland as quickly as they come off the ship. But if warehouses are full, if trucks are unavailable, or if rail systems are delayed, that movement stops. And when containers stop leaving, new ones cannot come in. Once a port yard reaches critical capacity, efficiency doesn't just slow down, it collapses. Cranes move less efficiently, space becomes constrained, and every operation takes longer than it should. At that point, the port is no longer a gateway, it becomes a bottleneck. And the ships stay outside, not because the port is busy, but because the system behind it is stuck. Then the system begins to reinforce its own failure. Ships delayed at one port arrive late to the next. Late arrivals create new congestion, and new congestion creates longer queues. The delay spreads across regions. At the same time, ships are still moving toward ports, trying to maintain schedules that no longer exist. This creates a strange dynamic. Ships rushing toward congestion only to wait inside it. The system is no longer coordinated, it is reacting. And this is the real reason ships wait. Not because of distance and not because of speed, but because timing has broken. We like to think of global trade as a seamless flow, a constant system connecting factories, ports, and cities. But at the edge of every continent, that illusion ends. Because no matter how fast the system becomes, it still depends on physical space, finite capacity, and perfect coordination. Ships wait because we built a system that cannot pause. And when it's forced to, the pressure doesn't disappear, it accumulates. And the only place left for it to go is the ocean.